The Yemeni crisis is the same as it has been during the past 6 years. There is still no end in sight. The past year brought increased military escalation to Yemen, with its consequent toll on a disastrous humanitarian situation. Like other irregular wars, the one in Yemen will not produce a winner or a loser, especially with the peacemaking efforts continue to flounder. More details on this story are within this report.
While Yemen's hope ebbed for 2021 following a remarkable international progress to bring peace, the year ends with an unyielding escalation of Houthis with recording highest death toll to date on the fronts of Ma'rib. Ma'rib was the headline of 2021, with displacement of about 130,000 civilians in the wake of the escalation. The offensive on Ma'rib coincided with failure of United Nations efforts to reach a ceasefire, collapse of Stockholm Agreement in Hodeidah, and re-emergence of the spectre of famine that haunts more than 5 million people. Earlier this year, Houthis targeted oil-rich Ma'rib through the Western Gate, amid previous UN envoy Griffith's proposal of a new ceasefire plan, starting with its core, Sirwah. Government forces backed by coalition fought fierce battles, especially on Al-Majah and Al-Qassara fronts. Said fronts witnessed the fall of about 20,000 members of the militia, which 9 months after the attack failed to infiltrate the city of Ma'rib. As the new UN envoy Hans Grunberg assumed his duties and the US envoy Tim Lunderking resumed his efforts to finalize the agreement on the UN plan for a comprehensive ceasefire, Houthi militia made a decision after issuing a number of conditions to accept the UN plan as they opened new fronts to fight across the south of Ma'rib, escalating its violations in the city of Hodeidah and districts to the south. Contrary to what political factions expected, the new UN envoy only condemned what Houthi militia had done and rejected the peace plan packed by Saudi Arabia, and by launching an initiative similar to that plan which was also rejected by Houthis. Recently, Grunberg stated that he is seeking to hold a new round of talks at the beginning of next year, without the need to agree on a ceasefire. Yet, he did not give reasons for the success of these efforts, which came 5 years after the Kuwait talks. Kuwait talks were on the cusp of concluding a comprehensive agreement to end the war, before Houthi militia refused to sign it at the end of those talks. With the end of the year, World Food Programme has warned that if the funding is not mobilized soon, resources needed to provide food assistance to 13 million beneficiaries in Yemen will run out. 8 million people will receive reduced food rations of January 2022. Further cuts will be inevitable. The reduction comes at a time of rapidly increasing food insecurity. According to the UN organizations, the main drivers of food insecurity are at worse levels than 2018 crisis. Currency depreciation accelerated this year, accompanied by a rise in food prices, which nearly tripled. Over the year, there were some small steps forward on Yemen. However, diplomatic efforts have failed so far to produce a significant breakthrough. Engaging Houthis remains a major obstacle. In 2022, there will likely be sustained efforts by the international community to end the conflict, but there remains no quick fix for the war in Yemen.